Hello, we've been learning about Peter Max, a modern pop artist who uses bright, bold, beautiful colors in his art. We were working on hearts for Valentine's Day, and we were following a lot of the things that Peter Max did in his art. So we looked at how on his hearts he usually leaves a little space in the top and the bottom and allows a wavy, curvy line of color down through the middle. We added in some lines like dashes all around the perimeter of our card because we can see that in a lot of the examples of his hearts, like the ones over there on that side of the screen. Today we're going to add some color in the white space, and we're going to try a fun new way of trying to do watercolor paints by using washable markers. So if you have some washable markers, go ahead and get those out and let's try. I'm going to use some colors that we often see on Valentine's Day, like red and pink, but I'm not going to color it in solid. Like this wavy line, I want to put in some wavy lines that follow the movement of the heart. It's kind of moving like a balloon up into the air. I'm going to start just with a little bit of that red on the side, and I have a little cup of water. It just has a few drops in there. I'm going to dip my finger in it. I don't want it too wet, but just a little wet. And then I'm going to touch the washable marker very gently and follow my wavy lines to move it around. So each little drop of water goes a long way. I'm not trying to make my card so wet that I put a hole in it. And I just want to follow the movement of those lines with little wavy motions to spread the color around. Oh wow, that's looking great. I love that. When I looked at Peter Max's art, like all of those pictures on that side of the screen, he switched colors. So sometimes he has red in part, and blue in part, and purple in part of it. So I'm going to switch over now and try a blue marker. You can use whatever color you like. The important thing is we're going one at a time, we're going slow, and we're not getting our paper too wet. Instead of using the point of the marker, I'm using more of the side of the cone of my marker, so I tilt it down so I can get a broad stroke with my movement. So I'm going to do this section with some blue. Not too much of it though. I want to keep changing colors. We are learning about variety in art as we do this. So variety is when I use all of the colors of the rainbow, and I'm not trying to make a pattern that repeats. So I can do whatever colors make me happy, and I can even blend a little blue and red right here to make some purple where they touch. Oh, this looks great. I don't want to get my finger too wet, just a drop. Just a drop. I think I'm going to switch again. By the way, it helps if you have a little paper towel ready. That way when you want to switch colors, you can just use a little paper towel and just wipe your finger on the paper towel and get the old color off. And then also your finger doesn't get too wet. So I have a little paper towel ready. And now I'm going to try, I want to try some pink. A lot of people really like pink for Valentine's Day. Again, I'm not going to use the point of my marker. I'm going to use the side of it. That's the broad portion. Over here on this side of the blue, I'm going to tip my marker over and use some pink. I'm leaving lots of white space. That gives me a chance to do the watercolor finger painting with my finger. So I'm going to get just a little drop of water. And right here, now I'm going to try to mix some of that with the blue. Oh, wow. That looks so good. Let's see. I'm going to come down here in this area and try a little bit of orange. One of the things people loved about Peter Max's art, and still love about his art, is the bright, bold colors he uses. Colors that make people happy. And I like doing these little wavy lines. It makes it look like the heart is moving, maybe like the heart is beating. One little space there. I think I'm going to do some yellow in that little space. Awesome. Now I just have the heart left to do. I have a really, really bright red I've been saving for the heart. because most of those examples over there about Peter Max's art, they have a red heart. So I brought my bright red for that. And instead of doing wavy lines, I'm going to color more in curves, following the shape of the heart. I left some white space so I could do my water drop watercolor with washable markers. And where we drew in crayon, you see the water, it won't stick to the crayon. That's called wax resist, because the wax in crayons resists the water that I'm adding to the paper. Great. So I'm going to use my paper towel and dry my finger, and then I'm going to press it down on my card and get any extra water off my card so it doesn't get wrinkled. Now it just needs to sit and dry for a few minutes. And then if I wanted to get all the wrinkles out, I could also lay a book on top of it for a little while. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope your watercolor washable marker art turned out great.